And our next guest is Ruth Milstein. She's the author of the Gourmand Award-winning recipe book, Cooking with Love Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine. It's available on Amazon.com and also on her website, ruthmilstein.com. You can also read her articles and get her recipes and listen to her past interviews and even watch her videos if you go to eatdrinkbemerrymagazine.com. Hey, Ruth, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, we're being naughty.
Okay.
I heard we're going to get pickled with you.
Oh, yeah. This is what I did all the afternoon. Pickles.
Yeah.
How are you,
Howard
Nancy?
knows how we like to get pickled.
Yeah. Did you pickle lately?
Are we pickled?
Have you pickled lately?
No, actually, I don't think we've ever pickled anything.
But the best is to pick the right vegetable. It has to be firm.
Okay.
Firm. And I like
firm.
cucumber. Yeah, I like it smaller also.
So the smaller the better.
Because the seed. Because it's cucumber, it's large, it's all full of seed. And the seed is juicy and watery, and I don't like it.
I remember when we lived in England, they made the pickled chutney, and they had like a little bit of curry in there, but they would put mangoes and also peppers, and they would pickle the
pepper.
peppers.
A little bit sweet if it's needed. Depends what you will make, what type of vegetable, what type of fruit you add. Don't scare to put a little bit sweet, a little bit honey, half teaspoon, 1 teaspoon for large amount will does it.
Mm-hmm. And it seems easy, and yet you put garlic in there. See, now I actually want to pickle the whole clove of garlic. That's how I love my garlic.
I put always garlic more than the recipe says, but not everybody like it. And try to put like less salt. 2 tablespoons is fine for this amount for 2 pound cucumber, but you can avoid most of the salt by using celery and mustard seed. Like 2 tablespoons.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so you can avoid
the
salt. Because salt is really salt. And you can chop onion also. Slice open onion, chop it, and put it over there also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what other kind of vegetables do you do other than that? Would you do olives that way, or do you prefer to put them with the oil?
Olive, I prefer to buy it. When I buy it, it's salty. It's very salty, so I soak it with water. For 2 hours, 2 hours, or just soak it with water, put it in the fridge. The next day it's sweet like honey. And I have all the benefit of the olives, and it's sweet. I don't want this salt. It's loaded with salt. She pickled for me like 2-3 pounds garlic, and it's so great. You can spread it on bread, fresh bread. For sandwiches is good, and they don't have the garlicky taste. They're like a good spread.
But now, what about fruit? Because there's the vegetables. I mean, like cauliflower. It's the only way I eat cauliflower is if it's pickled.
Yeah.
But I've never seen pickled broccoli, but I've seen pickled cauliflower.
You can pickle broccoli. You can pickle fruit. I like to pickle really sweet. Sweet is to be firm again, firm and ripe. But
so you wouldn't do like a plum or something like that, or a peach?
No. I like to pickle lemon, orange.
You pickle lemon and orange?
Oh yeah.
Like you? Okay. Do you? What about like the little kumquats?
Kumquats you can pickle and it stay longer.
Now, I want to ask this: what about okra? Because so many people do not like okra because it's slimy.
It's got the jelly. It's got the gel, but now they have without the gel. They have new okra in the market. Okra is good. It's good. I don't pickle okra. You can pickle okra. I never tried it. Okra, I like to add it to stew or meatballs or chicken or soup. It's very healthy, 0 calorie. Try it. Just try it. And you don't have to buy it. You can buy it frozen. It's clean. It's cut already. It's fine. Yes.
And I think the pickling part is really when you have the leftover harvest, and we're at that point right now, depending on where you live in the country, where some people still have tomatoes coming out, you know.
Yes, you can pickle
peppers.
green tomato. It's great. Green tomato
that sounds
great. It's great. Yes.
I like that.
Also, it has to be firm. If the green tomato not firm, it's gone. I mean, it won't come right.
Okay, so if you're going to pickle, you have to be firm first.
Firm.
Yes.
And try the smallest fruit, the smallest vegetable. Melon, when you buy it, keep it at home. Even if it's not ripe, it will ripe at home. Watermelon, once they pick it from, you bring it home, it won't ripe anymore. That's it. It is what it is.
Wow.
We're going to import you.
Yeah.
And say happy birthday to Howard and give him a hug.
Thank you, Will. Thank you.
Yeah, no. So what's he doing with Gary Puckett's band? He's
Gary Puckett. We went to the show over a month ago, and Howard does some video for him. We sent him all the video. He mixed all the video for him. I don't know what he does all the day. And he sent it to him, so he knows him very well. And after the show, he had the time for us, and we hang up with him.
Cool.
First of all, he hang up with other people. Yes, he signed. I don't know.
The CDs.
Yeah. I had to sign the people bought the CD and all this stuff. And after he hang up with Howard and me, and he's great. He's down the air. He didn't lose his voice, and he's a really nice person. He's really nice.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a really nice person.
You know what we'll do? We'll do is when we go to Florida, we'll go in winter, Ruth.
Oh yeah, visit him.
We'll go see him, and we'll go see Rob Parisi too.
Yeah. Who?
We'll go meet them. Rob Parisi. He did Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
Oh.
Yeah. He's been on our show a couple times, and we could go hang out with him, and we can just have, an old school party of music, rock and roll that was there, Good stuff. It really is.
Yeah. Just one thing about pickling. Don't forget to sanitize the jars.
Yes,
before.
That's huge.
You have to boil it in 180 degrees for 30 minutes, and keep the water 2 inches above the jar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's ready.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing, Howard?
Hi, Lisa, and hi, Nancy. How are you?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Did
very
you find
much.
any good wine?
Oh, yeah, we found some very interesting wines. A wine called Cayman Estates. He used to be a film director. Man, it was something outrageous. We just happened to, by chance, to be in Sonoma, and I walked by while Ruth went shopping, and I just saw them. There was a little storefront, and that's where they do the pouring. And so there was a woman there, a young girl, and I came in, naturally, because I saw it there, and she started pouring me about 3 or 4 different wines, and they're very small production, but man, I was flabbergasted. Zinfandel. You like red Zinfandel?
Yeah.
You ever have good red Zinfandel?
Yeah.
No. We have to taste it before you say it.
Yeah, because the Zinfandels can be really weird. If it's not good, it's weird.
That is one of those things that...
Yeah, well, we know, of course, we're not talking about white. We're talking about the real red Zinfandel.
No,
okay.
I know. It's got to be really good for
I
that.
know.
Sometimes
really
good.
You're really right about that. And unfortunately, again, the ones that are so great cost a minimum of $40 a bottle. But they're different than anything you could taste, and that's why you're right. Most Zinfandels have to be great, really good, or else they're also terrible.
Well, that's what I say. They're really, really good.
Hey, would that have been censored out? I was going to say suck.
No, it's true. They're either really, really good or they really suck.
Right on. Yeah.
But the price point is there, so you're like, oh my God, this is hopefully not one that sucks.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, happy birthday again.
Thank
keep
you.
drinking that fabulous wine.
Yeah, you guys too. Thanks, Nancy, and thanks, Lisa.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And
love to
everybody, Howard and Ruth, Howard joins the show with Ruth once in a while to talk about wine because he's a wine aficionado, and we know so. We've hung out with them both when they came out to Tucson and had a great time. And, again, Ruth's cookbook, amazing, and I know that they're working together on a cookbook with her recipes and his wine picks.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. So don't forget, you can go to RuthMilstein.com for that.